Hey, good morning, everybody. This is the Professor with Day Trading for Success. We're about to get going here in just a minute. Hey, good morning. So we're about to trade live here right near the market open, and then we're going to break into the strike and recoil strategy, which basically we're looking for a range. We identify a range, a high and a low, and then we trade in between that range. We go long off the bottom and short off the top, the ceiling, the floor, and that will consistently change. That's the difference between like an ATR range where you're looking for a range for the whole day. We will have those marked, but in this type of scalping, we create sort of channels with a ceiling and a floor, and they're very dynamic and always moving, and then we're trying to take advantage of those. And they might hop channels at any time. There's no guarantee, obviously. So having the right tools and the right attitude to move in and out quickly and keeping to your maximum loss per trade, and practicing in a simulator first, and remembering, that you need to do your own due diligence. I can't give you that kind of advice. I'm just going to show you how I trade. I might talk like you should do this, but always remember, I'm not a licensed financial advisor. You need to really do this on your own. Taking information from the more people you can is a good way to learn. And then everybody has their own trading style, right? So you're trying to get down to that type of style that works for you. There's really only there's less than 10 styles. I mean, there's breakout designs and different styles and things that people have, but mostly it goes down to momentum or range-bound trading of some style, or just completely reacting to price action and order flow. And then variations of those. So it's pretty much all been thought of, but what people will do is they'll stretch it a certain way. They'll push that envelope, and that's what I did yesterday afternoon. I pushed the envelope, and the envelope ripped right open. So I did an afternoon session. I know some of you joined me. Thank you. And I got up, pretty high for the day for what we're going for, and then one trade, MU, lost it all and went 100 negative, and then I quickly had to fight back to go green for the day in the last 15 minutes or 10 minutes, whatever it was. It was a little stressful because I didn't want to end up red. I don't like being red, even if it's $1. I don't like to be red. I want to be green. So I did fight back. I'll show you that in just a second. But the overall thing is this kind of trading. It's like you're a tortoise, not a hare. You're moving slow, and at the end of the month you've got thousands and thousands of dollars. At the end of the year you have tens of thousands of dollars, and that's the way you want to do this. You're not at any high risk, in my opinion. Everything I say is my opinion. So it may not work for you, excuse me. So we go slow. This month we're trying to pay the average mortgage, which is $2,200 according to ChatGPT. So we're just trying to make $2,200 this month. I thought I'd be there by now because I had such a good, like last Thursday, we were doing so good. Then I had my first negative day of the year, $300. And then it's been just, yesterday I thought we had it too. And then I came back and traded after I was over 200. And that was just over trading, really, for this account. This is what we have now. I did do one post-market trade. Got it a little higher. It was like 28 or $30. But yeah, so it's only $40 for yesterday. But at one point it was down like 119 or $20. So we're $1,907, only going for 2,200, and we have 8 days left to do it, or no, 10 days left, right, to the 31st. So I am very confident we will make that unless I have a downward trend. I have to tell you, it's been more difficult than usual for this style strategy, which really is supposed to fit in any day, anytime, anywhere. Because you're reacting in the moment, in the 1 minute or less, you're reacting. So it shouldn't really matter what the market's doing. But one of the things I've noticed more is my reliance on bias, my reliance that what I believe by the data, which way ultimately the stock will go, and it hasn't been going that way. So it's been tough. It's been tough this month to really, I feel like it should be closer to 3,500 right now. Honestly, there's been such a struggle. So we'll get through it. And the market's ever changing because of the war right now, and that's why it's hard. You got to be careful. I keep your share size low. I will be trading the open again. I don't advise that you do that because of how fast you can get in the hole so quickly, fast and quickly. I'm repeating myself, sounding like Trump. So, but today I have identified some of the movers I think might dip and spike, or immediately spike and then possibly fade for the rest of the day. And I'm thinking those are going to be, I know AMD, I have it on right now. I have some notes here. I'm just looking. Yeah, I thought MU had earnings today. I was getting some conflicting information. Now they're saying no, but yeah, NVIDIA, AMD, and MU. I also have down here coin and MSTR as potential bigger moves because of the way crypto is starting to go up. And there was some talk of in 3030 like them, us adopting crypto more. I mean, I know that's a ways off, but that news could. You should just look up the article yourself because I don't want to misspeak. But whatever it said when I first read it, I was optimistic that crypto might go back up. I had some positions and I had a lot more money. It's cut it down. It's 2/3 of my crypto from what I had back when Trump first took office and was all pro crypto. I should have just cashed out right then. I'd say they've all dropped like by 2/3. Bitcoin, Ripple, that's another one I have a large amount in, and that I'm watching that go down, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and just watching it fade was just like, why didn't I cash out? But you don't, that was supposed to be millions of dollars. I thought millions is what I really thought. I was living the crypto dream. So I'm one of those people hoping it's going to come back. I'm holding on for the big move on those, and we'll see. We'll see what happens with anything else. I do have some swings right now, a small one on AMD, a small one on NVIDIA. I've set their sell orders $10 up on both of them. I'm holding the losing trade position on, it's just 50 shares, but on, you guys saw me take that trade yesterday if you were watching, on the one that had the, God, it's not in any of the scanners now, so I can't find it. It's dropped off all the scanners, but, and I took it off the charts too. But anyway, it was that one we traded the gap with. It was like the big news where it was joining with Meta. Hey, dude. Hey, get out of here. Get out of here. Get the cats out of here. Psst. What is going on with you guys? That's not that's not nice musing. Yeah, that's not nice musing at all. Let me just hang on. Give me a second here. Hey, hey. I'm not sure that's over at all. I don't have anybody. Nobody's over there. Nobody answered my call. So, anyway, I don't know what I was talking about. This is the problem with multiple cats in the studio. Apparently, some scent has gotten everybody all fired up. There's one particular cat that it's a pixie bob, and they're more aggressive than Siamese. They're part bobcat, part barn cat, and they didn't become a breed till 1996. And I really like that kind of history. So I have a pixie bob in the studio, and she'll walk right into a running shower, and but very, very aggressive, very territorial, loyal cat though, very loyal. Has 6 or 7 toes on every one of its paws, and has the tufts like a bobcat, on the ears and the recessed eyes. So it looks like a bobcat. It's really cool looking. You've seen her come up on the desk before. Spotted stomach and striped rest of the body. So it's like you have a mountain lion or a bobcat in your studio. I mean, I love that kind of action. So anyway, AMD is what I'm thinking about at the open. I'm going to trade it long, but I'm going to be concerned about a dip because it is pretty low here. Let's take a look at the 5-minute. Zoom out. Been up to 209, down to 184 very recently. So, I could get stung. You can see how it's fading here. That's the new indicator in play, telling you that it's going to turn around according to the indices. So, trying to find the... what about the SPY and the QQQ? What are we looking for those to go? Are we going long or short on those guys? That didn't come up here. Bearish. Just looking here. Oh, here we go. Okay. Sorry, guys. I was trying to find the right data here. Yeah, as most of you know, I have a bunch of coded scanners here. I was just looking at them. Here's the one. This is the one that's 50K. It has to move at least 50K per 1 minute. It's it's got a mark, a price between 25 and 200, a market cap of 2 billion or more, and an ATR of only 1.5. But 50K, I've kind of shortened down what I was looking at. I really care about the percentage it is from its high, and then the spread size. I mean, there's ones that are coded in, and then it has to move. Now I've added the float because we are, if you can identify, if you got Bookmap or something else, because it came up yesterday when I was in the position with MU, and I wanted there to be, I wanted people to come and help. So at the end of the day, it could turn me around. That stock, it's nearly impossible. And unless there's very, very low liquidity somewhere. There was no way that a series of traders could move that price action. Now, a lot of people just think like, oh, if you put lots of shares in, you can move price action one way or another. First of all, that's nearly impossible with mega and large caps, like literally nearly impossible. And that doesn't mean that because the price can just get bought up, or it just disappears. So there has to be a lack of liquidity for the price to actually move as you're dumping shares. So but we're always working on that, because if you get a group of traders that can trade millions and millions of dollars in combination all at once, it has worked for us on occasion that we can actually move, but everything has to line up. It's not as simple as it may seem. Anyway, this is how that scanner works. I gave the criteria for that. And then we have this one is this is the consolidation scanner. So this one has to be between $25 and $500 per share, 100K volume per 1 minute, and an ATR over 2. So you're going to have, since it's 100K, you're going to have less contenders in here per 1 minute candle. And this is where I usually end up, in this area, because I like the 100K, 150K. And then this one is this is only 10K, but it's got a higher ATR, $3, and a price between 25 and 400. Only 10K per 1 minute candle is all it's requiring. That doesn't mean you won't have ones that are higher on here. So this is sort of, if you can't find anything you want, you're slowing down your trading, because it's going to move much slower. I don't like the fact that AMD is even over here. You've seen how I've traded that, and sometimes it's like trading a snail, that and Apple. Which one did Apple end up on? None of them. Where's Apple? Not even up here on the scanner. That must mean it's going real slow. Here it is on the 1 minute, up here in this corner. Oh, it doesn't seem like I'm that delayed. Let me check this out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just before 4 seconds. So that's, at least we don't have that 15-second again. And the sound's working good. Everything's good. Yeah. So these are the ones I'm going to be looking at today. Coin is a possible at the open. AMD at the, it's coming back. Yeah. AMD at the open. And then the rest, anything. This can also move along with coin. So we'll just see what we see, right? Let's get this up here. And our bias today, I told you about the QQQ and the SPY are down. The main ones that hit the scanner. NVIDIA short, Apple long, AMD short, MU short, Oracle long, Tesla short, Palantir short, Hood long, Coin long, Baba long, MSTR long. Again on the crypto, BTC proxy strength, Intel short. So it does say AMD short, but I think it's going to pop first. But I don't know. I forgot that was what it said here. NVIDIA, one of these days, NVIDIA is just going to pop. The problem is the friggin' war and the White House not having a consistent policy on anything, and even we're trading consolidation. Right? We're looking for a range. If it's constantly spiking, depending on what the White House does, that's very difficult to keep a range. That's the truth of it. We just don't know, So trading in the moment's good, but you know, we want a biased. And so I did work on the script some more. Let me get this. Oh, that's where my SPI and Q are. They're over here. Okay. Sorry, let me just get these. I forgot that I've got two charts sitting over here to my left. That's where I put the QQQ and the SPI, which are huge dropping here. QQQ dropped below 600. Man, I guess the oil stuff is just scaring the hell out of people. So playing anything long right now could be a problem. Yeah, I'm starting to have second thoughts about I was thinking about just jumping into AMD even if it didn't dip, but I'm not going to do that. Because it may just go down and I'd have to find the long further down on a bigger dip after like 5 or 10 minutes or something. And again, so Nvidia is now down 181. No, that makes no sense. That's the other one that could spike this morning, so we may want to get into that one. That's got nothing but good news. I mean, people pulled their money away from the mega caps because that's easier for them, you know, in this market right now. But yeah, I was starting to say I worked on the script. I did, and I'm working on a bunch of scripts simultaneously, and one of them is based on that level 2/level 1 script where I am I'm using other data to pick the level. I'm using what do you call it? Oh God, I can't think this morning. You know what it is? I don't have coffee up here. I have juice. I really need coffee up here. I'm just deciding that my brain is addicted. Because if this is the way my mind's going to work when I'm trading, I'm in trouble. We're all in trouble if you do anything that I do. So, yeah, as with anything, yesterday was you know, it hurt the confidence to lose that one trade. It just, you know, it eats away at you, right? Because you start to feel infallible. That one red day, you know, the big trade, because I should have just stayed away. I was trying to get it up to 300-400, which I did. I got it over 300. Then I lost like 400 in one trade and was 100 and something down. And then I don't remember the exact facts. You guys were watching, most of you. So, but yeah, so the other script on the level 2 is it's kind of the idea of giving it the bias kind of gaming idea, besides just the absorbing and picking which way it's going to go up or down based on how the shares are being absorbed on level 1. I wanted more data than that, and so we'll see. It'll be a surprise. I think it's going to be pretty cool when I'm all done with it. And this one I'm still working on. I see the labels up, and still I'm testing it. I think I'm done working on it, and I'm testing it. This is, yeah, number 16 now. Back to DTS, nowhere near ready to go to MMC. And when I say 16 iterations, it's more like 50 because I'll recode within the same one and won't rename it. But it's just, this is the process you go through. Thinkorswim is pretty glitchy with scripts, and then you have to make sure it works and everybody's happy. And see, this kind of stuff shouldn't be happening, but it's really hard pre-market the way that they read code to get the labels to react. Usually if you get them to react correctly, something else is damaged. Are you done beating up the Siamese? Yeah? So yeah, I forgot what I was saying. But, so we are 11 minutes away, and I guess the stuff I normally do, like marking out the levels, it just seems almost worthless with the way the market is right now, honestly. Nvidia should just be going straight up. And if you're willing to hold this stock, you're going to make money. But if you're trying to do what we're doing, you know, and just, you know, quick moves, then you're going to want to watch the action that's happening right then. No, it makes no sense to keep going down. No sense. I'm so baffled the way the market works. That's picked up by that line. I mean, I've got some general ranges based on very, very recent data here of where the price has moved around. See, now it's saying day strong. Of course, this is dynamic. It's changed from being static to dynamic, so it's going to consistently change based on the data and the indices and everything else. Got about 8.5 minutes to the open. I'm reading the news on NVIDIA right now. Why is Micron stock surging on Wednesday? Is that surging again? MU is, it was up in the 470 something. 464 right now. So it got so quiet, I just wanted to make sure there wasn't a dead cat. Tesla staying below 400. Weird. It's not like it hasn't been down there, but right now it shouldn't be. So, 1 minute you listen to the news and it seems like this is coming to an end, and the next it seems like there is no end, there is no exit. It seems like he's just got to say, we have a victory and get us the heck out of there. Like he pointed out, we don't need the oil, but the global, you know, the global economy does affect us. You can see serious issues in the economy if the gas goes over $4. Not to mention airline fuel and how expensive those prices are getting to be. So that uncertainty is why picking biased is very difficult right now. I think this is what I look. I look like, the way I see it, it's like, you know, at a racetrack where they're just in the gates or however you look at it, and they're just waiting to go. They're chomping at the bit. They're just waiting to go up. They're just waiting, you know, and they're being held back. And as soon as the right news hits, you know, you want to kind of be in the position because it doesn't seem like it's going to go down much more. You know, it seems like at least the big boys, you know, it just seems like they're right hovering at their bottom. And if you scale in slow, if you go in like 50 shares or 100 shares, so you can add to it. And if it drops 10 or 20 bucks and still then waiting for that news. So I just don't think you can hold big tech and these big companies down for very long. It's just they're about to pop. You know, these are low levels of recent date. So well, if I want a real move at the open for real money, it would not be NVIDIA. Probably just trading at the open is just stupid anyway, usually, but in this environment, my God, I'm not going to touch MU at the open after what happened at the close. So we'll come back to that maybe. I keep getting slapped in the face by MU. I mean, it might be that hood's the way to go, right? It might be hood's the one. What's that look like? We have just a few minutes to decide. So that's way down here, man. Yeah, maybe I will look at hood. See how sure I am of myself? I'm changing. I just feel like that's right down at the bottom of the ATR, so I like the look. There's your pre-market levels. This would be, I think this is a better one to buy. I'm come to a decision. This is it. This is the one. I want to go long, and I don't know if I want to wait for a dip or just get in it. What was our range on that generally? What's our ATR on hood? Our ATR on hood is roughly $4.50 to $5. There's $5 a few days ago. So you can see if you were marking the day level, here's our bottom right down here. Yeah, it's dropped below. Remember we were chasing this at $100 for a long time, like a few months ago, or maybe that was 5 or 6 months ago. But it was right around $100, and we were doing lots of. That was the level to watch. Now we're way down here, huh? Jeez. I can't decide which is why trading at the open is even more stupid. There's a cord across my my keyboard. I'm hitting the cord. I don't think we're anywhere near that day level, right? Yeah, way down there, 71. $4 off. Oh, God. Yeah, guys, don't trade the open. That would be my call. And I might do it anyway. Intel's another one that's hitting the scanners. What's Apple's price at? Apple's low too, man. All right, I'm going to go back to AMD. Oops, error has occurred. Right at the pre-market low there. Yeah, this is going to be my puppy just because it's more consistent. I'll start at 50. Be ready to add to it if it drops real far. This pre-market fill up is along with the $1.50 as soon as the market opens here. See how that new, it'll be my first time to see how the new setup is going to look on this new indicator. Okay, guys, we have a minute and a half. Good luck. Be careful. Don't trade the open like me. And let's wait for some consolidation and just keep moving like that tortoise. I've never been so unsure of a stock to trade at the open. It's like I went around from 3 different stocks, like maybe this one, maybe that one. Pre-market high, pre-market center, pre-market low. Within the minute it does that, and the whole $1.50 should pop up very, very soon. Oh, I was doing some. Oh God, am I on? I'm on day. Thank God. Okay. I was doing pre-market trading, so it's not another thing you don't want to do on Thinkorswim. Just static, which is pretty unbelievable for a stock this size. But look at the look at the volume here, guys. That's like, really? Confidence low in the market. Of course, it's about to spring big time, but I want to dip first. Is it going to give me any opportunity? It's already gone up. Yeah, I'm going to miss this one, it looks like. I'm looking at everything else. Nvidia gave the dip. It's going down. Tesla just shot straight up. Apple went down. Wow, Apple went way down. All the way to the ATR low it hit. 251.35. And coin, everything's going down except Tesla and this stock. Tesla and MU's going up. It hit the VWAP and staggered. Yeah, it went up to like 469 or so, it looks like. See, now going long is not, it's not as good, unless we think the whole market is going to go up. Tesla's out of control going up. Coin just went straight down. Boy, I can't believe I was thinking about those two. $196 is not what I want. I want down here, closer to the pre-market low. Getting ready to move away from the stock. Wow. Nvidia is calling to me. 180 now. I got to get over there. I got to get to Nvidia. That's just insane. All right, I'm going to look to this to... I'm going to get in here if it picks me up. I don't need to see the chart. I'm just looking at the level 2. Yeah, we broke below the pre-market low. I'm thinking of doing a little longer than just a quick scalp on this. I kind of want it to go down. I kind of want to scale into this. I can't believe how low this is going. We may have to ride this out for a little longer swing today because it's not many shares. There it goes. Not much down. Just a little bit off my position, but I think this is about to pop. You know, so I'm looking at this. Sellers are dropping in volume. Tesla retraced. Wow, man, that hard fall. Hope you guys didn't get caught up in that. AMD is going back down too now. Nvidia has a reversal sign on the 1 minute. That's not something you want to count on too much on a 1 minute chart. But, so you can see we're just such low risk to give this a shot to pop up. I wouldn't really call this an opening trade. Some people would, but yeah, I'm going to take the buy the ask off of here right now because I was doing that for pre-market. To get in, I had to get in like fast, so. Another one of those days, huh? Just loping along. MU's 462. The SPY is 668 right now. QQQ 602. They're kind of swaling up slightly. Is this going to finally like go up along with the SPY and the Q? The labels are working correctly. A little early for the market magnet to be it's coming in here. This is where everybody is trading right now. So there's the volume. Pulling this down wouldn't affect, I wouldn't worry about it right now. It's not enough data for the, this is all the data we really have is just the open. So you need more data coming in. So if it pops, I don't want to get too greedy. I'll just take a trade. It's only 50 shares, so this is already quite a bit for that. So we had a good sign here, so we'll hold out a little longer. See if we can get this up to the pre-market low area up there. Yeah, I'm just going to take that if it picks me up. Yep. So I still think it's going to go up. I'd like to get a dip down here. I'd like to get a little retracement and not just keep riding it up and then get caught in something, Little lower, guys. Get down toward the 181. By it not doing it, it's kind of telling me what the action is, which is, it's informative. Stopping. It's getting the pre-market low as a resistance right now. Market magnet is marking our low, and you can see the magnet itself is right down there. So this is a 180, the 180, 50-ish area right here is a serious support level, in my opinion. If you can call one that early in the day. Hovering at this 50 cents. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and try to get in there. I get in there. No, cancel that. That is not what I wanted. I wasn't on the button when I pushed it. Missed that trade. Let's see. I was looking for something in the 30-cent range down here on the bid. Something in the 30-cent range is what I'd like. Since it's not going to go lower than that, it appears. Just so I don't miss everything. Well, I tried to get in there at 40, whatever that was. 45, yeah. I thought I was hitting it at 43 on the way down. All right, I'm in it. I almost got out of it just to wait for it to, a possibility of it dipping lower. So I'm looking for a breakout, not a breakdown off this level. That's why I got in it. I didn't want to miss it. And I'm totally prepared to add to this position if it drops down to like 181. Scale in, to, it's only 100 shares. Oh, we're just loping along here. Nvidia's certainly nice and safe. I'm not totally bored out of my mind yet. The market just opened. You can see buyers are just slowly running out of oxygen up there. Okay, so that's good. So there's a lot of people that don't want it to fade off that level. See how the magnet pulled up? So we should, in just a minute or so, see a spike that I think will break that low. That's what should happen now, since all that price came in. Let's break the 20 moving average and give this puppy some guidance upward. This is a yesterday's level or a couple days ago. Sometimes it takes a minute for this to register, so when you see the magnet come in, it's starting to swale up on that candle. I mean, we've got a winning trade right now. It's just not much. That was Thinkorswim freezing. Did you see that? God. There you go. I'll take that. Pick me up there at 75. Yep. Okay. So it broke the VWAP. $82 would be try to get a dip on a sell the I really want to go long biased here. This is so cheap for this stock. What's everything doing? Let me get this down here. That's my SPY and my QQQ, and I'm having trouble finding a spot for it. Let me go over here. Why? Because there's a monitor right there, and there's a cat lying right in front of it. The problems I have, don't mess with the Pixie Bob. Let's calm down now. Nobody's trying to kill each other. Just let them rest. Wow, it just keeps going up. Let me get it. I'm going to auto zoom out. That's just too close. I need a little bit more back data there. Top of the market magnet now. Heading toward the center. It's not exactly overextended or anything. You can see where it opened. I guess I'm going to probably just play off the 82. I'm going to try to get in. Got in. Just not going to wait for a dip. I'm kind of got in at its high. I would add more down here for the pre-market low for support. So there's a rickshaw man. It's not really a tombstone. It should be down lower, but they're both fairly accurate. The tombstone calls for a reversal more than a rickshaw man, though. So let's get to that VWAP level, which is 81. That's at the candlestick pattern playbook, guys. If you don't have it, it has accuracy of these, so I recommend that. So I have it on my linked on my videos, so it helps me when you get them. Along with trading in the zone, along with best loser wins, along with day trading volume 1, day trading volume 4. Those are all great books. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go for it. Pick me up 100 shares now. So now I'm at 181.75, and I'm willing to hold this into a downward move and go red. I might even add the 200 shares down here. So I've talked myself into it. Let's see. You can see the RSI buy-sell oscillators telling you to go back up there. That's the bottom of the magnet. That says go back up. And then you just broke pre-market low, which should be a bit of a support. So the only thing that's saying going down is the current indices are saying go down. And they did just drop. It wasn't just big news, I hope. Trump administration expected to issue waiver over Jones Act shipping regulations. So that just came out. Here we go. Let's go back up and make some money. So that's the 82 level. So I'm 25 cents below that. That's 25 bucks. And so we want to get up to the 82 level at least. There was 90 cents, 92. Or maybe just off that in case it uses that as a resistance. And live to do the next trade. Doesn't want to break that VWAP, huh? Boy. Stopped at that VWAP. It's 181.81. Remember, that's where your bulk of your capital is. Was not really thinking of using that as a level this early. I mean, it's always there. I mean, it's always there, you know, you should keep track of it, is what I mean by that. You never know when it's really going to decide. I'm going to get out of this trade even when it's not where I wanted it to go yet, because I just want to get out of it. Tried to get out at 87. All right. So it's a winning trade. Now it can break the... See, he's out, so now you can break the 82. Of course, see? Do I sound bitter? So here is a bull flag. Not a great one, but it is a bull flag on the 1 minute. 82% chance of moving upward. I didn't actually notice that at first, so that would be 80 up to here, 89, 75 cents up from here. So 82.25. This is where this move should end, somewhere in here, if it follows the bull flag. 82.25, right around there. 82% of the time, that is what will happen. I'm not in that trade. I already took my little bull flag profit. It was far less, but let me go back down to 50 shares. Play it cool, play it safe. Get a look at the other stocks, why this is deciding what it wants to do. AMD is now making its move up. Tesla's continuing to go up. Everything's going up. Except the MSTR and MU. Well, MU's starting to come back up. Palantir's slowly been rising the whole morning. Not that there's much of a morning here. So, looking to go long either at the VWAP or even down below here a bit. Maybe at this level. What is that level? Let me get a remembrance of what that actually is. So that's this. Oh, okay. So that's yesterday's. That should be a pretty well respected level, actually. So I would definitely go long off that. It's not going to give me a chance to get down there. So it didn't even go to the VWAP. I mean, you look at the big picture. I mean, this is so low for this stock. Even in the last few days, it should be 83, 84. You know, it shouldn't be trading here at the 82 level. Just small money for this amount of shares, but, you know, it adds up, as you know. So you guys can trade any share size you like and do the same moves, obviously, depending on your risk level. I know there are people that follow me and drop 1,000, 500,000 shares on every single trade and do good. You know, if I'm doing good, then they're doing better because they have higher share size. If they were trading that MU trade, though, yesterday afternoon, they would have been screaming at me like, he doesn't know what he's doing. Why do I listen to him? Actually, more likely, they'll fall on their sword and say, I can't trade. I don't know what I'm doing. Why was I fooling myself? That's what we all do, right? Well, it's just not going down. It stopped right there at like the 80. This is like the third time it stopped there. Let me do it. It's a little soon, but I'll put a little level there. 85. Okay. I'll try it just to get in this action, and if it dips down here, I'll add to it. It's only 50 shares, so I'm just trying to get into something here. Getting into something because I'm getting bored. Let's get back up above 82, please. That's 15 cents. Right now the target is 8 up and 17 down, so. Oh, broke the VWAP. Whoa, there it goes, huh? Went all the way down here. 65, that's at 56. Definitely think about adding in as it gets lower there. I want it to go a little lower before I add in. Look at the bigger picture here, because it could drop down here to 80.72. Still, that wouldn't be much money at this. It's not like Tesla levels, right? Tesla's dropping. So we are now 22 minutes in. Okay, that seemed to go fast. So I should start looking at other stuff. Although in NVIDIA, really, NVIDIA and Palantir have like the best consolidating channels going right now. Yeah, to make any money on this, we're going to have to raise your share size to just do anything here, I think. So price action is coming up. It is going to go up. Let's see if we can get it up to the... it went up and then slammed down real quick when it all got bought up. Having trouble breaking back through the 182. I'm looking at the ask over there and just thinking about when to get out, because I'm just going to try to get out there. Got out when I got it. I don't know what I got it at, but I think I got it over 82. So you could see it coming up the pike. I was like, hit the button. Let me take a look at something else. I mean, I could just raise the share size here. Show of hands. No. AMD is now up to 198.68 and climbing. Boy, Tesla looks inviting. It's just sitting there consolidating right at the 400, 401. Coin is consolidating at the center line of the pre-market. MU is using that sort of as a resistance to center line. I think I'm going to stay away from coin and MSTR. They're kind of acting weird. Apple is also consolidating right around the center line, but that would be, oh wow, it hit the VWAP and stopped. So that's interesting. Two of them really here are NVIDIA and Tesla are the best looking Yeah, let's take a look at Tesla. You know I like to go there. I don't have this marked out at all for... There's definitely a warning sign, 403. There's all our pre-market, but I don't really, I've got that marked on the chart already. So we don't have a lot of levels here to mark on recent data. Just see. Now, 416 just a few days ago. I like the levels. It's got the VWAP as a floor and the pre-market high as a ceiling right now. It's a little early to call the levels, but we also are right near the 50 and 100 moving average. Those are up at the 417 and the 431. Those would be serious resistance. Let me take a look at this here. 95. So, okay, so that was 12 cents very quickly. All right, so if we did a smoothing level, it would pretty much be right at the 401.50, really, right at that area. And right now, it looks like it's trying to make a breakout up there, right at the top of the market magnet, right at the 402.50. So we have basically a dollar. Preliminarily, we have a dollar channel here. Remember, Tesla channel hops big time, so you got to be saying to yourself, am I prepared to scale in if it drops a whole buck, or do I want to just get out at max loss, or do I want to lower my share size so I'm prepared to scale in? And then if it drops 2 channels, you should probably get out. Get out at your max loss, but I don't take my own advice often. So I'm looking here for somewhere near the 50 cents. I guess I just missed it. It got at 56 cents while I was talking for a split second. To go long, I want to play it long biased, honestly, but Tesla, you can just make money both ways. Waiting for that better setup to take my first trade. I would go short if it like did a burst way above it, and then I'd get a. I won't go short at that level though, at the 50-cent level. But if it burst above it, real strong, then I'll try to catch a recoil. There was a little bit. I wouldn't call that strong. Yep. See there, I could have caught that recoil real quick. When you take a look at a stock like Nvidia that's moving like a snail, and then you come here, it's like, okay, just remember what you're trading. Take it slow and easy. Look for more consistent patterns to make your first play. See, it's starting to really want to make a move up there. I want it to burst up 60, 70 cent area above it. This is 403 up here, so that's your next sort of resistance. Oh, there you go. Okay, so I'm going to try to get that on a short. No, it's taking too long. I'm out. Didn't recoil as much either. Try it again. I'm in it now. Looking for a recoil. Uh-oh. Yahoo! I got it at 85. Not too panicked yet. Tried to get out there to decent profit for the first trade. It didn't pick me up. I mean, you remember I talk about just trading this market, and you always, you know, if you call it right, then your slippage is okay usually. I like to call it market when there's bigger swings, you know. Anywhere near the 402, guys, I'm going to go long. Anywhere near the 402. Plenty of time. Oh. Canceled that right away. I wanted to get it at the O something. Like, there we go. Pick that up at 06. Come on. Nope. It was swailing down, so I just didn't pick me up. I was like, no. It would have been great, huh? Would have been a good trade if it picked me up. Talking myself into trading market again. See this creeping in over here? Like a little ninja over here. There it goes. Boop. All right. Thought about it, guys. Looks like it's going to break down, though. Yep, that's what I was worried about. I'll try that, though. 84 if it gets me. Nope. Okay, I'm out. Looking down there at that 50-cent level. I don't think it's going to go there. There we go. I'm willing to take that for a ride. Let's see what happens. And, of course, it went down. So this should be... Oh, that's just a smoothing level. Oh, I thought that was that level. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's maybe going to be respected. I don't know. Just 50 shares. We're waiting for it to recoil back up. Let me look at the bigger picture here. It's resting on the VWAP. Wow, is it going to break that VWAP? Let's go back up, shall we? Let's make our move up here to closer to 403. Looking to get, you know, over 402 at least, and hopefully it's going to really push hard, and I won't even have a choice but to take it near 403. It'll happen so fast. When you're trapped just below your position, you know, then the old fears come in, like you should have just taken that profit, and then it just fades way down below it or something. What's our overall market doing? It's kind of swailing down. Mostly you just feel trapped, you know, so you can't take any trade. So seems to be like most of my life is being trapped just below position before you can make any money. You know, you're just waiting, missing setups, and you know, sellers didn't exactly come in strong there. You know, if you look at that, it looks like the signs are that it wants to go up. You can see everything here is saying go up. You're on the VWAP for support. I'm reading the news right now. It's generally positive. Tesla Model Y emerges as world's best-selling car for the third year despite sales decline. That's a mixed message, huh? For the love of God, make your move up. You know you want to. We crossed the 5 minute and it didn't make a definitive. I mean, it went down, but it wasn't definitive. Didn't pass this level here. $63, so that would be a buck, 50-cent lower. The best I could get this is at 401, like 25, if I was to add down here, which is not a real good scenario, judging just previous action where it goes. Yep, we want to see that bell went off. That was it telling you that the price was the volume was going up as the price was going up. So that's usually a good sign, but then that happened. Let me just get that mark so I don't forget that little math I did there. More than that level, it's potentially a place to add or just take a hit and get out of this. Right now, it's very easy to just recover if I take a tiny loss here. We passed the recoil long ago, so now we're just in a trade here just to see. There we go. 66, anywhere near. I'll look to get out near the 402. I don't want to wait for the 403 after all this mess. Come on. That was a nice, strong second in a row. Let's turn the 5 minute green over here. Actually, I'm just going to get out and mark it if it keeps going up. I'll take it on an upswing. No, I'm out of that. So, was not blowing up my skirt as far as, wow, AMD just hit 200 and climbing. NVIDIA, wow, what happened? Everything's just going through the roof on your chip makers here. Was there news? Benzinga Pro logged me off. Nothing big that makes those go up. Let me head over to AMD. I just didn't like the action of Tesla, so. Why is AMD not on my scanners? That's right, it wasn't earlier, right? It was too slow. Well, I'll take NVIDIA, look at NVIDIA instead. If that means that the price per volatility per candle is much less on AMD than it is on NVIDIA, which of course makes sense. Keep getting those shadow indicators. I don't know why. Like they're way below the price action, the same readings. I don't know if that's the previous day or what it's doing there, but I need to fix that. All right, VWAP did not pull up with it. Which means I'm less likely to say it's going to continue because there's less shares up here than down here. Here's the bulk of your capital. There's the center line of the ATR. How fast is this moving? 5 cents. It's only going like 5 cents. Definitely would want to raise the share size. I'm not liking it. Honestly, I'm just forcing a trade where I don't like the look of the price, so I'm going to try to find something else. Let's see what Palantir looks like. First, let me look here. Yep, okay, so at least that's got doable price action. I would want to play this long biased. Actually, let me get a better look at this. Oh, you know what? I'm going to open the day to get a better look at it. All right, so this is where it was down several areas, like right in here would be a smoothing area. Those are both day levels from not too long ago. Just setting it up to trade it, just to see. You got to go through some of this stuff so you're not totally in the dark. Oh yeah, I should have done that. Let's see. Yeah, just before I started, I turned off the platform so I wouldn't have that whole weird freezing thing. It seems to have worked, and restarted it. Look at it rest on that VWAP. I like it. Where our day? Our day's way down there, so we'll call it like 154. That's about a $1.80 off its current position. Pre-market high is actually the high of the day to the open session too, right? Yeah, because that is what the market magnet's showing us. Yeah, rested on that pre-market. Look at that center line there. Yeah. Thinking about buying there, but I just got over here, so I'm just calming down a bit to make sure it's not a big downward run. Yep, market's starting to go down, both the SPY and the QQQ. All right, we'll give it a shot. I went in at market just to get in it. Really want it to hold that level. All right, that was a good trade. So that's, I just smoothed out where it was hitting, most of the wicks right there. And if it had broken that, I just would have got out for a loss, but it didn't. So that ended up being support, so that was good. Right around the VWAP now. Let's see. One of the things I noticed with this is at least it gave the opportunities. Unlike NVIDIA was just so slow. But if you're trading all day and not just for like an hour or an hour and 15 minutes, then none of that matters, right? Just take little trades, higher share size, find your levels. We're right in the middle of some decent levels and in between some day areas. So, this should be fairly easy to predict. Famous last words. Dict. So I would definitely go short off this area if it got that high. Up in here like 56.75, even at the 56.50. And I could scale in if it starts to hurt me, and then flip out if it's. But yeah, I would probably, so I don't miss the trade, more like 56.50 if it gets up that high on a short. A lot of times when you are trading breakouts, you wait for it to break out and then you go long at its highest point. So it's a different way to look at it, and those will work, on breakout strategies. That's not how I'm trading the strike and recoil, though. So we're looking for this level again to go long. This is good that it came back, as it did hop a channel there. It kind of went back to the channel it was in for a long time. And then here's the opening channel, like right here. So we kind of went up three channels, $3 different there, three different 50-cent channels, really. And now it's back in the middle. Wow. Oh, I thought that was it for a second. I go, I should be taking that trade. But it could go down here real easily, so that's from right there, that's $31, right? No, more than that, $81 if it went all the way down there, if you had 100 shares. So think about the ramifications with your share size if you can scale in. What are we at here? We're 104. Seems like it was hard fought for, too. Low share size to get there. All of a sudden it just stopped moving, and just look at this. Yeah, now it's only moving like 5 cents instead of the 10 cents it was a minute ago. I'm straightening out the spine, the QQQ over here, so I can get a better look. This is using those as well, calling it, dynamically every second. It's trying to suck me in at this VWAP, and I just don't feel comfortable doing it. There were some trades here. It just didn't really see how the volumes just like plummeted here. Just went up. Just gonna pull the magnet down. See it coming in. Just trying to sneak in. We see you. We see you. Pull that down. Your defense is going to come right here. Poof. You can't hide. You can't handle the truth. Up there on that candlestick wall, day after day, risking our very finances and future. I would rather you just say thank you. What a speech that was. And go on about your day. That's what he said. I'd rather you just say thank you and go on about your day. I got nothing here. That's why I'm saying lines from movies that I like. Yeah, I like that new movie Sinners, man. That was an intense movie. I generally like vampire movies anyway, but he played the twins there. That guy, I can't think of his name, but he's a good actor, and it was good direct. Really, the story was very unique. I don't want to give anything away, but it kind of captured you really early in the movie. And I just watched that One Battle After Another last night, and that won all the awards or some of the awards. I have to say that was really good too. It was. I found it kind of strange, but I thought it was gonna. Well, I don't want to give it away, but it was good. I'll just say one thing. I had heard that you'll be depressed after you watch it. So I didn't want to watch it at first, but I wasn't depressed after I watched it. So, well acted, well directed. I'll take that. All right, so we're looking for a real recoil and not a damaging drop. That's obviously. Take that. 38. So the logic was it just had stopped there before and a couple of other times in that area. So I just went for it to see if yet a pattern was being created. And that's what we do, right? We sneak in on those patterns. I was completely prepared for it to drop though, and then I had to make a decision like, do I double down? I mean, I'm already starting at 100 shares, so it could get painful fast when we're going for such low amount of money. Now, tapping it again, I would take pause. Looks like it might be trying to make a breakdown move there, so, but I would have got it if I captured. I would have got it. 20-cent trade. Markets, just the SPY and the Q are just kind of slowly fading. Like the most dangerous thing to trade are the slow fades, because they keep tricking you like they're gonna go back up, and they slowly fade. I got caught in that with Tesla. I've been caught in that with MU, caught in that with new, you jump. What I used to really get caught in those in was the scanners that pop the catalyst. You jump on, it's whipping. You get in at the high, and you expect it to be higher and higher and higher, and then it just kind of stops, and you go like, no, it's just a little pullback, and then it goes down a little more. Oh, it's just a little, then it goes down a little more, then it goes down. before you know, I'm going to add to my share size because it's about to pop. One of the things I learned from those, of course, nothing's always, but if it starts to fade, like multiple 2 or 3 candles, don't ever assume it's going to reclaim. Just get out. You keep adding, and it's just like, oh God, you're dead. Okay, so it really was tempting there. All right, I'll try it. Dangerous because it is really falling further than it was. That's what I was worried about. It's making a bigger move down. I need to get out. I want to do a lesser. Oh, God, now it trapped me. All right, so what am I in here? I'm not really trapped yet, but the decision is to scale in or not. There's our pre-market low right there. Yeah, I don't feel good about it. I'm gonna cut my losses. So I just lost a good trade there, but I don't feel good about it. And now it's really hopped down. So this is the other. Is that where it was? Because I might have stayed longer if I had that level marked. No, it broke it. Too bad. I don't see this as tradable at the moment. It's our time. This is all leaning toward I might have to come back to get more money. I mean, I'm green today, but that was too bad. We were almost there. I think we were there to the, and I blew it there. Damn. Darn, double damn. Let's see. It's just been a tough week with this crap going on. Generally, it seems like I should just be short biased on everything, right? It just seems like I'm just so want the market to go up. I'm so long biased. AMD fell way off of its 200, down to 198.24. It hit 274. Will it reclaim it, or will it just keep dropping? You know, that's the thing. It's not as callable as usually. It's usually you can just figure this out and have a high percentage chance of being right, and it's just not as often right now. At least that's the way I find it. Let me feedback on how you guys are doing, but red across the board on the scanners now. Let's see. Nvidia's down now from its open. Barely, but Tesla's down from its open. Palantir's even money now. All was starting to go down. Hood is like even money across. I feel like the afternoon's going to afford us a better time to trade. That's the way I'm feeling right now. So I'm not seeing anything that I want to trade looking at this. It's rare that happens, but my accuracy is only running like 70, 75% as opposed to 90. And it's just like, that's a signal that, and because of that, I can't hold my losers as long as I do. I have to change the way I trade. Like if you run it at 90% accuracy, you have confidence your losers will become winners. I don't have that as much confidence anymore. That's why I got out of that trade. I was just like, now it's going to do the same thing that's been happening all week, and then it hurt me, and then I'll get desperate to try to get green. And that was my logic, guys, and I'm sticking with it. Yeah, I think I'm going to stop and plan on coming back in the afternoon when it's easier to call these, I hope. So that's my plan. Hopefully nothing will interfere with that. If for some reason something weird happens, I'll be back in the morning. We are green today at least, but it's not where I want to be. And we'll see how we go from here. Okay, I hope you guys are doing well, and I will see you soon, and go green out there.